Oh, did you guys see the stuff about the Switch pricing?
I heard about it.
This is crazy. This is crazy, dude. So the OG Switch is getting a price increase. The whole Switch One line all getting price increases. So like the OG Switch has gone from 300 to 340. The OLED Switch gone from 350 to 400. The Switch Lite has gone from 200 to 230. The entire OG line has now had a price increase. Just due to the current environment of things. Which is kind of crazy, but apparently Switch 2 Joy-Cons have also bumped up $5. The Joy-Cons for the Switch 2 is now $100. Yeah, love that.
For a set of Joy-Cons.
For a set of Joy-Cons. Yes.
Dang.
Yes. Some other news I've got is that apparently the Switch 2 sold 5.28 mil in its first 25 days. That's insane. That's cool. Prime 4 Kirby Air Riders still slated for 2025 for now. And then Nintendo.
What is Prime 4 Kirby Air Riders?
Prime 4 and Kirby Air Riders.
There you go.
Yes. And then Nintendo expects Nintendo Switch 1 to pass 160 million units and passing the PS2 as the greatest selling console in history.
Not with them price increase.
That's what everyone is saying. It's like that's going to make it a little bit harder and take a little bit longer. Because I think Nintendo even said they expect it to happen by like the end of the year.
Damn.
Yeah, because I think so. The latest like update that's like if you go look on any sort of list, I think was 153 mil. I think Nintendo just said that it's currently at like 156.5 is what the Switch One family is at. Mm-hmm. So I mean, yeah, it's we're about to hit it. We coming up on that PS2, but now with the price increase. I'm gonna get a little less doubt, I'm getting a little less doubt. Now this is also a good point though. The commenter of Pee Pee Poo Poo has said, I feel like it's a move to push people towards a Switch 2 purchase. Why pay $350 for like the OLED, for example, when you can get the newer gen console for a few bucks more? Yeah, that's fair.
That is fair.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, it's helped pushing people to the next console. I mean, that's also a very fair point. That's an interesting way to look at it. I still think it is due to the current environment of things, yes, but that is a good point because I mean it is that question of man, why would I get this 2017 piece of tech? I know not the OLED in 2017, but I mean the interiors are still the same key components, right? Why would I get that versus getting the brand new Switch 2, which can play everything the Switch 1 can and more? So I mean that's a good point. That could also be a play there is just try to transition more sales to the Switch 2 so we can maybe kind of get past the Switch 1 as quickly as possible kind of thing. I know Nintendo said that they're going to plan to do and support both for a long time. And we're seeing that now, especially with this partner direct where they literally let off with, hey, pay attention. You'll see the games that are going to be like, we'll have it up here in the corner if it's going to be for Switch 2 or Switch 1 or both, so that's kind of like their big marketing now. But I mean, still, they obviously want to move people as quickly as possible. And I don't think they want to have a situation like the PS4 and the PS5 where it's just very firmly split for multiple years.
Yeah.
So
it's a weird thought as well because they increased the price. At this point, I assume they're just trying to sell off all their Switch 1s that they have out in the wild.
Yeah.
Generally, you don't want to do a price increase, especially when you want to break the record.
Right.
So it's when we're weird to have done that. But yeah, at first I had the thought of like, yeah, they might be doing it to try to push Switch 2 sales.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really need to push Switch 2 sales, though. It's going to happen anyway.
Right. Yeah.
But